Hello and welcome to Thrift Miss, where I'm going to 24 different thrift stores, no repeats, and I'm trying to pull the maximum amount of value out of each store and then have everything listed by the end of this video. So for this video, we are going to the DAV, or the DAV Thrift, I pronounce it the DAV, in Hampton, which I've actually only been to the store one time, and I did not find a whole lot when I went here last time, but maybe it'll be different today. Let's find out. Alright, as soon as you walk in the door is the shoe section, and here you have some Vans. They wanted $5 for these, but they had some interesting marker on them, so I left those behind. And, oh, did I just spot some Allbirds? And they are in good nick, it seems, and also only for $5. My goodness, that's amazing. Well, they're a little dirty on the bottom, but they're going with me. That's a great find right off the bat. They had a whole bunch of books, all of them different prices. I don't know why thrift stores don't just have a set price. I feel like they would save so much time if they just didn't price everything individually. I mean, look at how many books there are. I didn't actually get any books at this thrift store, despite how many are actually here. I did poke around in the bins looking for some My Little Pony or some Micro Machines or some, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's just a whole lot of not anything I'm interested in. I mean, if there's something in here that you thought you would have picked up, awesome, but like, I'm not really a toy aficionado. I am, however, a mug aficionado, and their mug section was lacking. Their glassware section was also lacking. I was very sad about that. It's just kind of not it. They had more shoes over by the men's clothes, and this is my first time seeing On Clouds. And they actually only wanted 98 cents for those, but they were actually trashed, so they got left behind. But I also found some Molokai for $7, and the size wasn't worn off. These definitely were worn in the down position and not in sport mode, so I still picked them up. This is a country t-shirt. It's more recent though, so I actually decided to leave it here. But, you know, it's good. It's fine. And then I found this tag, and I looked up comps and the brand, and you know what? For $5, I think I definitely can make some money here. Definitely excited whenever I see a Scandinavian brand at the thrift store. I just thought this was funny. It legitimately made me laugh. So you can see I'm here in the men's section, just going through shirts. This is Timberland. I actually don't find a whole lot of Timberland at thrift stores. I guess people that like Timberland wear it until it dies and then don't bother to donate it. I thought that this was a vintage brand. It was not. This is a vintage brand, but I had no desire to pick it up. And just going through Nike, Talbot's, JCPenney. This is how fast I normally go when I'm thrifting. This is new with tags, but not a brand I was interested in reselling. And here I am again in the short sleeve section. Hello, it's nice to see you. This is actually the women's section. I actually didn't film very much in here because it was, one, super busy and also super crowded, and there was only enough room for one person in any aisle. The number of times I had to move my buggy in order to let someone through, a lot. Also, they had the music on blast, so hopefully you guys can hear the overthink. This is me, by the way. That's why I showed that to you. I definitely like my wine. Has absolutely no ulterior information in that statement. Going through, not really finding anything. Oh, maybe I did. What is this? I think I'm... Did I find Kenzo for the first time? This is a designer brand. It's a size large. It is a women's shirt. I was like, there's no way this is real. I looked inside. The material tag has been ripped out. but it feels really nice. It does have a bleach stain, so I'm going to put it in my cart and decide if I want to get it or not. We'll think about that. I mean, it is my size. It is designer. It does feel nice. This is quite the print, but there's no brand, so I just left that behind. Someone else can pick that up. You know, I'm all for selling homemade pieces, but they have to be immaculate or absolutely astounding for me to pick them up if it's a homemade piece. I'm gonna push you guys forward here. I don't know why I give you guys that longing stare when I push you guys forward. Just to let you know that I'm still here. I'm paying attention to you. I may be focusing on the racks right now, but I still know you guys are there. Again, this is another like thick thrift store. You know, this rack is about, I think, 30 feet long when it's just one row of women's short sleeve shirts. There is definitely a ton of abundance here in Hampton Roads, Virginia, as far as thrifts go. I didn't quite realize how much of a high volume thrift this was until the second time around, but I think I need to add this thrift store to my regular rotation. I do normally pass by this and just go straight to the bins, but when you guys get to the haul, I think you'll see why I need to change that up a little bit. I know it doesn't look like much because right now I'm just kind of like, it looks like not finding anything, but I can assure you my cart is already half full at this point. I just really like this pattern. The brand's not really good. It's not even a vintage piece, but the pattern was nice. Same thing with this. Pattern was nice. I like the colors, but it was a modern piece. And it wasn't in my size, so this got left behind. It's a lot to sift through. I feel like most of y'all that also thrift regularly, like, you go this fast, if not faster, because it's just real easy to just check the brands. Push you guys forward a little bit. Some of these are a little fiddly because I'm getting more towards like ones that have mock necks or cow necks and stuff that's just wrapped up in each other. This was beautiful. I thought about this one. I actually didn't pick this up, but it was just a nice piece. There's another instance where it felt nice, but there was absolutely no tags in it. I thought about it, but then I just put it back because I didn't want to have to do the keyword work in order to be able to sell that. Something like that I would have to model. I went into the jeans section. This is actually the men's jeans section. $10 for a brand new pair of Everlanes that are still up on the website. Yes, I will buy those. And, oh, did I just find Rock Revival? Did I just find 2 pairs of Rock Revival for $7 a piece? I think I did. Well, those are going with me. Okay, that was 1,000% better than I was expecting it to be. The last time I went into that Dav, I just did my like normal, like casual walkthrough for like 30 minutes and only found like one thing. So apparently I just need to go through it because this was awesome. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the thing I'm wearing, and that is this Kenzo Paris t-shirt. This has 2 things wrong with it, which is why I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to keep it until I decide to finish bleach dyeing it because it has a bleach spot right here. So I'm just gonna bleach dye it and then probably sell it on Depop whenever I'm done with it. And then it also does not have the label. I know, Moxie, somebody cut it out. I'm guessing, I don't know why they would do that. I mean, the material's correct, the graphics correct, the label back here is correct. So I saw the exact same t-shirt in a small being sold or listed for $135 on eBay. I haven't really seen any solds. But again, I would probably just keep this for a while, or I am going to keep this for a while because it fits me until I get around to bleach dyeing. I have a couple of things that I've set aside until I get enough to where I feel like it's worth it to bleach dye everything all at once. And then maybe sell it on Depop at a steep discount because it's altered. But because I am going to keep this, I did have to pick something else to sell instead. Again, we're not doing equivalent exchange here. So I picked these 2 belts out of my closet. They are from the 90s. They're just ribbon belts. They don't have a brand on them. They're just really nice colors. And they are from the 90s, and they're actually really nice length. They're 40, I said the 90s already, oh my God. But they're nice length, they are 41. Well, technically it's like 90s Y2K era because I wore these more around my hips. So they're a little bit longer than I would normally wear if I wanted to wear one around my belt. So this is nice. I think they're cute. I'm selling them together as one listing because again, they don't have a brand, so this is kind of something that's a style keyword type of thing. But they are cute, and I love vintage ribbon belts. I've bought and sold so many, and these are actually in great shapes, and they're great colors because people that like purple really like purple, and this is like a teal blue color. So hopefully someone will want these. Hi, Editing Bob here. I completely forgot to include the 2 pairs of shoes that I picked up that you guys saw in the video, despite the fact that I had literally had them in front of me and just forgot entirely to show them to you. So I picked up this pair of Allbirds, which you saw was like $5, and then I also managed to pick up a pair of Olokai, which I've only ever found one other time before, and they sold pretty quickly. So I picked these up. Thankfully they were 9.5, so I could actually sell them because pretty much anything in a size 10.5 and 11 are gonna go to the boy. So pick those up as well. And yeah, I'm gonna be back to Bob now. The next thing that I'm gonna show you, I am keeping. I actually made an Instagram post about this when I got it because I was in the store and I was in line to check out, and I just glanced over at the purses because at that point I was exhausted and I didn't really want to like look through the purses. This was on top for $4, and I immediately just walked over. I got out of line. It's like, I will wait an extra like 10 minutes in line. Fine. I got out of line, I walked over, and I like yoinked this purse, and then I did actually look through the purses because I was like, if this is here, what else is there? Looks really cool. It's got it's a tarot themed purse. This is faux leather. It has death on this side, and then it has the moon on the other side with the nice little black cat. It has oracle on the thing, and then it has this nice long strap. It is like book shaped. It also has a wristlet inside as well, which I was surprised that it actually had its wristlet still in here. And the reason why I snapped this up isn't just for style, because it is like perfect. It is like so perfect, but I knew that this was from Dolls Kills. It's actually still up on their website. It's up for sale for $45. So this is a current style for Dolls Kill, and I got it at the thrift store for $4, and I didn't have to support Dolls Kills, which is awesome. I do not buy anything from Dolls Kills, one, because they're super expensive, and two, because of some other ethics that I don't agree with. So I will never give Dolls Kills my money, but I will definitely buy it secondhand, and Dolls Kills is a brand that I would recommend you guys look out for resale, especially their shoes. Oh my god, their shoes sell for so much if you can find them. They don't just have their own in-house brands, they also carry some other brands as well. So that's one of those things, like maybe go on the website and familiar yourself with some stuff. So super excited that I didn't have to sort the brand, but I still got something so cool, and I'm keeping this. In order to offset keeping that, I am going to sell this. This is a Daniel Cremu. It's a Daniel Cremu. It's an extra small. It still fits me because it is a cape. See, here's the little hand holes, and it's got little pockets, and this is a wool rabbit hair. So it's not Angora, which Angora is also a type of rabbit, if you did not know. It is rabbit hair of some kind of other soft rabbit variety, but it's not Angora, which Angora is a specific bunny variety. I don't know if you guys needed to know that or not, but this is that. I've kept it. I don't really wear it, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it find a better home. I did, however, thrift this. So I also thrifted those belts too, but I thrifted them a very long time ago. I've just held on to them. I don't wear them anymore, so I will definitely let those find a new home because I found something even better. And then the next thing I had to replace is because I did not check it over. I saw the Duluth trading and immediately snapped it up, not noticing until after I was going to list it that not only had I missed stain treating some stains on the back, some oil stains on the back, but there's also a hole here. So I am going to treat the stain and then I'm going to let it move on to a new home. I don't feel like mending. I don't feel like mending anything right now. So hopefully someone else who doesn't mind the hole will pick this up at the thrift store. I'm just gonna let this go back to the thrift store from whence it came. I don't normally do that, but I am doing it this time because I have so much still to do for Thriftmas. And so because that is a mistake, I am going to sell my Stella McCartney X Adidas. Would you please work with me, camera? Thank you. The Stella McCartney X Adidas piece that I picked up when I worked for Adidas. This is an extra small, but it still fits me because it's got the dolman sleeves, and this is meant to be oversized. But because it's meant to be oversized, it's a lot like Free People, where this says extra small, but can fit up to a medium-sized woman. But I'm gonna let this move on because just like with the Daniel Cremo piece, I'm sorry for those of you who speak French. I know I'm butchering it. I'm very tired and I'm trying to make sure this video gets out in time today. So this is gonna find a new home too. So this is actually great because it's also, I'm making a mistake and instead of losing money, I'm getting rid of my own stuff that I don't use anymore or wear anymore. So this is like a double boon for me and I'm actually really kind of loving it. Hopefully you guys are too. So those are 3 pieces that I made a mistake or I'm keeping. So that's great. And now I'm just gonna show you everything else. And we're gonna start with the thing that's in my lap because I don't want it in my lap anymore. I found Ariat, and this time it's not messed up. It is actually just a nice shirt. There is the hazard symbol. I know it's not supposed to be a biohazard symbol, but that's what it looks like to me. So that just keeps it easy in my brain as to if I should pick it up or not. If it has the biohazard symbol, it should be a good piece. It's got Ariat there, then it also has Ariat on the back, but it's just a men's large button-down shirt, and it's a button-down shirt because the collar buttons down, and hopefully someone will want this. That's like a very loose fit type of shirt too. This is something that I've talked about on the channel before. Casual Corner is a 90s Y2K brand. So if you find anything that is Casual Corner, it is 90s and Y2K. You can be very confident having that keyword in your title. But I picked this up because this is probably the most beautiful Casual Corner piece I've ever found so far in my thrifting career. This is like, it's very it's giving me 1940s, but like the 90s does the 1940s because this is much lower than it would have been in the 1940s as far as the neckline goes. But this is 100% silk. It has these beautiful silk covered, this is black silk over the button. And then it has this beautiful silk piping as well. It's just gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful. It is semi-sheer because it is silk and it is a light cream color. But I picked this up and I was just like, this is coming home with me. It is a size 6. It is made in China, so that means it was made in the later 90s. But I just thought that this was absolutely gorgeous and I could not leave it behind. I actually picked up a lot of vintage because I just could not bear leave it behind. I do leave silk pieces hung up in my rotating reseller closet until they sell, just because I don't want them to get messed up. So this will just go in that closet, which is why it's just hung up here with this piece, which is our next one I'm going to talk about. Just like with this piece, I also have the rotating reseller closet for the big bulky jackets as well. And that's what this is, a big bulky jacket. But it is a big bulky corduroy jacket with elbow patches. This is another vintage piece. The brand is Cordovan and Gray. And The only reason why I'm saying that is because the corduroy and gray corduroy jackets had a really nice selling price and a decent sell-through, which is why I picked it up. Also, I have come to find that anything with elbow patches, this is not leather, this is suede cotton, so it's faux suede made out of cotton, because this is 100% cotton corduroy, cotton piece. But I found that anything with elbow patches also has a tendency to sell very fast, mostly because it's one, that time of year right now, and then two, it is a look. Definitely a look. So that's gonna go back up here so I don't mess it up. Oh, this was so good. I cannot express to you guys, like, I'm definitely adding some thrift stores at the end of Thriftness. I'll probably make like a recap video or something at the end, but definitely there are some thrift stores that I will add into a regular rotation because some of them have surprised me and some of them have just been delicious. So this is a beautiful vintage piece, also from the 90s. I'm guessing this is like 80s, 90s, but this is just so loud. It's a bright pink men's shirt, actually. I know it says 14-16. It says French Navy, but the measurements for this is not, like, this swallows me, and not in a cute oversized way. This is a men's size large. The length, the width, like the length of the sleeves, everything about this screams men's, not oversized women's. Also, where the buttons end. So I've talked about this before, where you can tell if something is a vintage piece by where the buttons end. This is made in Malaysia. You see how you would think the buttons end here, but you would think that there would be another button here if it was a modern piece. But the fact that the buttons end up here meant that the pants would have been higher for them to tuck them in. So this is, like, again, probably late 80s, early 90s piece. So very cool. I could not leave that behind. It was absolutely beautiful. You guys saw in the footage, I found this and about. I was like, all right, this is gonna be a good thrift trip, because I had gone around the one side of the thrift store and wasn't really finding anything, and then I got to the clothes, and this was like the first thing I found in the clothes. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to look through the whole store. So this is Niels Sundrum, and I probably butchered that too, I'm so sorry. This is the little logo, and this is just a basic orange men's polo. This is a size large, but this is a Scandinavian European size large, which means it fits about like a slim medium. It fits a slim medium if you're American. But if you find anything that has a Scandinavian or a Dutch sounding name, look it up, because it's probably worth decent money. So I hadn't seen this brand before, so I did look it up, and then I saw the comps and I was like, never fails. Never fails as far as Scandinavian brands go. Look them up, chances are it's worth money. So I picked this up. I am just elated to find a new brand and to find something so valuable in Hampton. I should say the same thing about finding Kenzo for the first time ever. Except it's flawed, and I can't really sell it in the state it's in right now. So another vintage piece, again, too beautiful to leave behind. This is Cheryl Teagues, which is a vintage label that I do look out for, but I'm more interested in her like wild prints, which is what this is, because it does better for me. This is also a larger piece from her. This is a size 14, but the measurements give it like a modern large type of fit, like a boxy large type of fit. This is Cheryl Teagues Hawaii. Because it's a Hawaiian print. This is 100% made in the USA. Not all Cheryl Teagues is made in the USA, but this one is. So I just thought that this was a cute Hawaiian print. Again, something that probably won't sell until it gets warmer, but I'm okay with that. Actually, a lot of the vintage stuff I'm going to show you at the end of the haul is mostly, you know, button fronts that'll sell when it warms up again. I'm going to show you some pants now that I've also only ever heard about and never actually found. Both of these have sold. I'm just waiting for one of them to get paid for. So hopefully you'll see both of the solds over here. They sold to the same person. He just paid for one and didn't pay for the other one yet. See what happens. But it is Rock Revival. Rock Revival is sold at Buckle exclusively. And I know that because it literally says it in the pants. It literally says it in the pants. But this is like the same type of dude who's gonna want to wear Affliction and Roar, that kind of guy. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I found not just one, but I found 2 pair of Rock Revival. They're the same size, the size I think 38. Yep, size 38. And they're both loud. One is the Royce. I also am, if I ever find more, this is a great brand. One, it's super easy to tell if you got it or not because it's very loud. 2, it has everything sewn on, like all the information you need is sewn onto it. It says Troy Relax Straight in the size. Like, that's amazing. Like, all the information, I love that. I wish all brands did that. But yeah, I found the Royce and the Troy. They're slightly different as far as the stitches go, and I was just like, I cannot believe I found one, and then I found 2, and they both technically already sold. So, amazing. Hello again. I figured since you already had to see my face once in this video, it didn't hurt to do a second time. But the reason I know to pick up Rock Revival is from Amber Resells. She's actually made 2 videos about the top selling jeans brands. They're a little older, but I still think that they are valuable brands to know. So I will make sure to link the video up here for you guys to watch. But she's a great reseller. She's more analytical than even I am, and she's great. She's just a great person all around. Her upload schedule is just whenever she can because she has a full-time, super important job. So I do recommend her if you guys are interested in more reseller content. But yeah, I'll give you back to Bob again. Now, I did pick up a couple of jeans for myself to try on because, again, I've talked about here on my channel before that I am a tall lady, but I also have a more maximus than gluteus derriere. So pants don't really fit me. Plus, because I'm tall, I have a 32-inch inseam. So I found that most pants or most denim that fits my waist pancakes my butt, or they're just too short. So I did pick up a couple of pants that I hoped would work, and then they didn't because I can't try them on in the thrift store because all of the thrift stores around us, most of them still have their fitting rooms closed. So this is Lucky Brand. This is the Sophia boot cut. I didn't mind taking a gamble on this because I figured I could at least get my money back. Mostly because boot cut and flared is still on trend. So I thought that this would be easy. Plus Lucky Brand is a known brand of jean. So I figured I would be able to sell it even if they didn't fit me. So this is an $8.29, and the reason that these didn't fit is because they pancaked my butt. And I say that mostly because of the fact that my goddaughter watches these videos sometimes and she thinks pancake butt is the funniest thing in the world that I have ever said. So you're welcome, Freya. I love you. I also picked up these. These are Levi's 505 straight. Again, something to try just in case in hopes that they worked. I am a person who prefers straight leg or boot cut jeans. I have always preferred straight leg or boot cut jeans. I would prefer straight leg over anything else. I still will wear boot cut because I do like wearing boots in the winter time, but boots, just like with boot cut, just like with flared jeans, has a tendency to, like, if it's raining outside, just be wet, and then if you take your shoes off, like, it's wet and it's gross. And those of you that, you know, lived in the era before now that flared and boot cut was in, understand what I'm talking about. I don't know why I need to go on that tangent. But I picked up Levi's 505. They're a pair of straights. These are size 10. And they were too short in the legs, pancaked my butt, and then too wide in the hips. So these were just a whole strikeout. You're like, well, why did you pick up a size 10? I don't know what size I am. No, there's no standard of sizing in women's clothing. So it's just, I pick up something that I think maybe will fit. I try the around the neck challenge. Most of the time, if you take a pair of jeans, okay, and the waist, I have bad hair today, so that's why I'm wearing the hat. and you put it around your neck and the two ends touch, they're supposed to fit you around the waist. That's normally how that works. This was not the case. So, oh well. It normally works, it just did not work in this instance. When my measurements were more standard and less bootylicious, it did work most of the time, but it's not the case anymore. I also found Nike yoga pants that actually were too long for me. These actually have a 34-inch inseam. And they are yoga pants, so they do have a flare at the bottom. Gen Z, I think you're amazing, but the fact that you call yoga pants flared leggings bothers me. It's just like they already had a name. Why did you make up a new name? So, a pair of yoga pants from Nike. They're a medium. They say they're regular medium, but these are a medium tall, and that's what I listed them as because they do have the 34-inch inseam. I did put 34-inch inseam in the title just so that way the tall ladies know what's up. But I found those, again, something I thought be for me, but they're actually too long. They fit everywhere else beautifully, they're just too long. I also found a pair of Eileen Fisher jeans in a size 6. Eileen Fisher jeans don't really sell for a whole lot, but these are straight leg and they're size 6. So I figured that they would sell for more than the $7 that they were asking for them. And it's a well-known brand, so I figured it would do well. I've always talked about on this channel how much I love selling linen, and I found a pair of Pure Jill 100% linen pants. These are a size medium tall, but their inseam is a 27 because these are a convertible capri. So these are a cropped convertible capri. This little thing just tightens and you can like lift it up more and make it more of a balloon style if you like, or a harem style if you like. So I did disclose it has a 27-inch inseam, and I'm trying to let them know, hey, this is a cropped capri. Please do not buy these and think that they're long pants because you will be sorely disappointed. I also found Joie for the first time. I know about this brand from Courtney over at Common Tags. I've never found it before. This is just an XL. This is an XL, but it's like really soft in this taupe color. I don't know how else to describe this color. It's like a purpley brown. I looked up what purpley brown would be and they said taupe, so that's what I put it as. But these are just a nice pair of pull-on pants, straight leg. They've got like a little bit of a paper bag waist. Got pockets. They have good pockets. I can fit my whole hand up into my wrist in there. And in an XL, so I thought these were great. It'd be some nice comfy pants while you're working from home or running errands. Plus they're cute, so pick those up. I found my first pair of Wonder Under Lululemons, which I was also shocked about. They are a size 8. The tag is missing, but the size dot is still in the pocket. So that's great because I agree with Kay in not wanting to resell Lululemon if I don't like the bottoms, if I don't know what size it is. Also, the fact that it has the size dot in here means that it is a more recent piece. They are full-length Wonder Under in a size 8 in this nice bright pink color. It's got this like little camo up top. So hopefully someone will want these. But, you know, if these were not pink, I'd be tempted to keep them because I'm pretty sure I could also wear an 8. I tried on the 6 and the 6 fit great. I'm sure the 8 would also fit great because of the compression, but not a fan of pink. If you love pink, and you guys have said multiple times that pink looks good on me, I make a couple of exceptions, but it's rare. So there's that. I also picked up another pair of linen pants. CC California is not like an amazing brand, but when you get their linen pieces, they are consistent bread and butter sellers. You're not gonna get a lot of for them, like $15, $20. But I do like picking them up. Just a nice little gray and white linen pant. I would have been tempted to keep these for myself, but they're too short. So they get to find a new home. And then also the fact that one of the first things I found in the men's, this is in the men's section by the way, I found a brand new pair of Everlane pair of jeans. These are the Curvy Way High jean, and they are in a size 32, which I think is why they put them in the men's sections, because it said 32, but these are women's, and they are still on the website. This is the 27.5 inch, because these are supposed to be like a way high waist, and then also way highs, and they're an ankle length or cropped length type of jean. These are still on the website, but this size is sold out. So pick these up and I'm gonna hope for the best for them. But that's my first finding Everlane clothing. I have found a pair of Everlane shoes, and those sold for like $60, which was awesome. All right, we're almost done, guys, I promise. Most everything else is vintage, and it's like really cool vintage. Well, one piece is not really cool vintage. I'll pull that out first. It's just pretty. So this is something I'll put in the rotating reseller closet because it is my size, and I just think it's pretty. This is like an orangey pink cream color, but it's got this beautiful peplum bottom, and it has these nice little little side ruffle sleeves. It's so cute. And this is I think it's 100% cotton, or it's a linen blend. I think it was cotton, which is why I was just like, I didn't get to ask for as much as I thought. Yeah, so this is from last year, and this is going to remain a mystery at cotton. It's 100% cotton, but it's just very soft. It's very cute, and I liked it, so I picked it up. I don't really pick up very much loft pieces, but that was too cute to leave behind, just like this piece was too cute to leave behind. You guys saw I added it to my closet. I will wear it until it sells. I'm not keeping it though, but thank you for all the lovely compliments. It's very nice. Another really cool vintage piece that I could not leave behind because the graphic is too wild. It's just, this is so cool. I can imagine, like, so this is a size large and it's a boxy fit. So like, this is a fit. I feel like the same girly that would buy these pants would also like buy a vintage top to go with it. Like, this would be a cool fit with like some colored Doc Martens. Would be so awesome. But there's that piece. Again, the brand doesn't really matter, but it's Next Move. And it's not gonna work. Next Move, size large, really cool button front. This piece is from the 70s, and I think that I also marked this as a large. This is a size 42, but it's a vintage size 42, so it's not quite the same as it would be a modern. This is absolutely gorgeous. It has a quintessential 70s long lapel collar. It's not a lapel. I don't know what this, whatever this is. It has the long bits, the long pointy bits. This is 70s. It checks like cottagecore because it has this beautiful floral. I just couldn't leave this behind. It's permanent pressed. It's vintage. It's from the 70s. It's made in Hong Kong. I love it. So hopefully that will find a new home. Again, these things, vintage doesn't really sell fast, but it does sell consistently for me because I sell a lot of it. So I have that, like, one, I have people that come back and repeatedly buy vintage from me, which I've talked about before. And two, because I have knowledge in it, I know what keywords to use. So there's that too. This is Signet, and this is another floral. So we have a dark floral, which is very popular. I can click off cottagecore, and I can click off color blocked, because if you look here in the front, the florals are color blocked, which I thought was just so cool. And this is something that might go in the rotating reseller closet, because this doesn't have a size, but I think this is supposed to be like a boxy large. So that would fit me. I think that's probably going to go in the rotating reseller closet. You guys might see it in a video because it's just a really cool piece. Oh, I forgot about this. I also found Tahari. I will pick up any linen Tahari piece I find that is linen. I said that already. I'm tired. It's linen Tahari piece, white. This is a size small, but it's supposed to be a boxy, loose, flowy legging look fit. It's got the nice little roll tab, short sleeves that I love. But this is not going to go in the rotating reseller closet because it is white, and I do not trust myself not to mess this up. But it's pretty, and again, something that I'll probably sell later. Hello, third time's the charm, because you even get a Miss Moxie face in this part. But I also forgot that I had left this linen Tommy Bahama piece downstairs because I had ironed it in order to take photographs of it. She just wants y'all to know that she exists. So yeah, I also picked up this linen piece. Cool. And then the last piece, this is a men's piece, men's 90s piece. Look at this pattern. The brand is Box Office. And this is just something I would see Will Smith wearing on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's so cool. So I picked this up as well. I mean, I am willing to wait for the right buyer for those pieces. They're just too cool to let them go in a landfill. And actually, the thing is that I actually pulled all of those beautiful vintage pieces. All of them were marked down. And the lady was actually going through the same section I went through and was pulling all of the vintage pieces off to like take them back. So I saved them in my own way. But I paid this amount of money for this thrift haul, which I thought was a lot, but I was also very confident that I was going to make a good amount of money. And the fact that I've already sold, hopefully both Rock Revival, again, I'm waiting for one to pay. So only one might actually have the what sold up here, but we're gonna hope. Everybody cross your fingers. Leave me some crossed fingers in the comments. One, if you made it this far, and then two, in hopes that that buyer paid. But I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow, and until then, bye!